Hey guys, how's it going? So, I've been getting a lot of questions about how I usually draw something better or improve at drawing. Here are some tips that are really fun that I do myself and I really do enjoy and I think you would enjoy. Step 1. If you have any game that takes place in an older time period, such as the 1800s, like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, or any game that takes place during a time period that's, pretty cool, like the steampunk era, or maybe an era with more pirates, I want you to do me a favor. Go into that game, right? Find a large building, like a main building that you will want to just stand up upon and just sit there for hours, just looking at the view. Now draw that. Now I want you to do that for about maybe 1 to 2 months, maybe a week or so, and then tell me what you want your career to be. Okay? All right. Next one, I think you guys might like. I think you guys should start drawing. You should start going on Google, right? I want you to go to Google and type in famous paintings or just paintings of Greek gods, and then I want you to just look. See which one you think looks really nice, and then try and draw it. And I want you to do the same thing along. Maybe if you want to do it with the buildings, that'll be very nice. But do it for about maybe a month, maybe a few weeks, and let's see how far you go. Make sure to draw one picture, take a picture of it, and then send it to my Instagram. Your first picture, of course, and then your picture now, and then I'll tell you what's improved if you haven't noticed at least, which I'm pretty sure you could have easily. Next tip, I want you to go outside when it's about to be sunset and draw your neighborhood. If you don't want to draw your neighborhood, then draw one singular building or draw a tree in the way of the sun. Okay? Or if you really like horror, I want you to type in Junji Ito on Google and look at some of his drawings, because trust me, he's influenced some of my drawings, such as this one right here. Well, it isn't a drawing, but it's a painting, but it still looks good. I like it a lot. Or this one right here. Right here, this one is pretty good, I think. So I think those would probably be some good examples of what you could take away from his artwork. Another tip, try calligraphy. It helps by steadying your hand because you need to write certain motions and certain fluid motions for different letters. So that could help if you're drawing with a pen, obviously a regular pen, and you want to get that nice fluid, those nice fluid strokes with your pen. So if you do want to improve, I recommend trying at least something complicated, like Chinese calligraphy. Oh, it fell out. Give me a minute. That's awkward. Isn't it weird seeing some of the bloopers inside just the videos? I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you have noticed that now. Anyway, these cost about $13 to $15 on Amazon, probably 10, and they're insanely good. They're made with horse and goat hair, pretty good. They have a small, medium, and large for the bristles. It's pretty not as noticeable, but if you look closely, you can see the difference in height, obviously. Let me set the smaller one down so that you can see. From the small, medium, and large. It helps to make your hand more steady, like I said, so that you can write and draw better and improve your handwriting, along with improve some elements of your drawings, like fire, or if you're drawing the ocean, or you're drawing more fluid, like kind of bird feathers or something like that. I think it's a good idea. And the last tip I really do have, draw a lot of draw humans. Because here's a quote from me. If you know how to draw humans, you can draw an animal. If you know how to draw animals, you can draw the skeleton. If you can draw the skeleton, you can draw a building. And if you can draw a building, you can make a world. Because everything is connected in the world of art somehow. From a baseball bat to the human spine, you can see the difference. They're both straight lines that require also different differentiating lines, thickening and thinning out. See what I mean? In the human skeleton, it has most intricate parts added to it, from the ribs to the spinal cord to the skull to the eye sockets to the teeth to the bones in my hand, my fingers, fingernails, everything. So if you know how to draw the skeleton, you can draw the intricacies of a building. If you can draw the intricacies of a building, you can draw a human. Because think about it. How different is an animal skeleton compared to a human skeleton? We both have ligaments, veins, muscle, bone, skin, eyes, etc., etc. Some of us even have eyelashes. And we even have the same hair. So, what do you think? If you were to draw humans a lot and you were good at the full body from head to toes and hands, if you apparently got blessed by the art gods, because barely any of us could draw hands for crap, then you can draw a tiger. If you can draw a tiger, you can draw a tiger skeleton and a human skeleton. If you can draw a skeleton, then you can draw a building. If you can draw a building, you can draw a world. Think about it. You just did an animal. You just did a human, female and male. You just did a building. You know shadows. Do you not see where all those connect into a big circle? Because if you do, congratulations. You already have the mind of an artist by now. If you don't, try those few things I said at the beginning, and then you'll eventually get it. I recommend if you do start drawing with humans, like I said. Then go to animals, like small animals like rabbits, birds, weasels. And then I want you to move up to tigers, lions, then go to giraffes, maybe some dinosaurs, and then try drawing their skeletons. Well, after you learn the regular animal, and after you learn the human skeleton, then here's a little experiment. I want you to do a scale down. A scale down is basically like you start with what you first started with, drawing, right? You drew the first thing that you ever drew, now that you've improved. Then you draw each element from it. So let's say I want to draw a human. You draw the regular human. Then you draw the human without its skin. Then the human without its skin and muscle. Then without the skin, muscle, and ligaments and veins. And then you just have the skeleton. Then move on to an animal. Animal without skin. Animal without fur. Animal without skin. Animal without muscles and skin and fur. Animals, you get the gist of it. You go down the scale. Well, you go up. Yeah, you go up the scale of animals and humans, and then buildings, and then skeletons. And then do that once a day after you learn all those to keep your mind fresh. Okay? And you will eventually just improve most of your artworks, and then you'll be able to draw whole worlds, manga, just comic books, light novels. You'll be able to draw almost anything you want as long as you start from the beginning and learn the basics. That's how I learned. I learned the basics, got a steady foundation, then I twisted and turned it until I found what was most easy for me, and then I had it on lock. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys took something away from this video about how you can improve art and also maybe improve your style and find something that works comfortably for you. And remember, a style isn't the way you draw something. A style is what's most comfortable for you and what's most comfortable for everybody around you and what takes the least amount of time. So if you're good with more or less drawing intricate stuff, you want to have a style that's more or less focused on shadows, skin texture, and also just texture, period, for the hair, eyelashes, eyebrows, skin, nails. If you have more of a simplistic, realistic style, you want to focus on making your character as simplistic as humanly possible, like adding maybe just, instead of just eyes and making them as realistic as possible, just 2 dots. Just a dot right here and a dot right here for eyes, like Adventure Time. Or if you don't feel like drawing the lips, the full lips, the muscles around, or adding, wrinkles in the face, then you could just, a little line, you're done. Or if you don't feel like drawing a neck, just draw 2 lines sideways. 2 lines right here. And then you have a neck. And if you don't feel like drawing a full unique face, oval. Done. Now that I've given you the tips that you need, I want you to follow these steps in this order. Learn the base of each animal and human and building's structural foundation. Then I want you to draw from real life and add all those elements in with the practice drawings of human to animal to building to skeleton to objects. Alright? Then I want you to make a comic panel of just what you've learned, and then practice shadows and practice textures. And then that's it. And also make a style that's more simplistic for you. Alright? And once you have all that down packed, you can go on your own journey and learn what you need to do in order to become a better artist and also to become a better just person along the way, because art can improve you in so many different ways. It's ridiculous. Now, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, wear a mask, and if you go out without a mask for non-essential reasons, I'm gonna snap your kneecaps backwards, you belligerent frick.